Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for coming my way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome yet again to another session of Campus Chronicles. I hope we all had a lovely weekend. And as promised, today's topic is substance abuse. What do you know about it? What do you think is the biggest cause of substance abuse in communities and schools? Do you have any stories about it? Is it you? Is it someone connected to you? Is it a niece, a daughter, a nephew, a relative, or even your neighbor? You can share your message, or you can call in on 0770 45 49 64 to share your story or to just share your opinion of the topic at hand. My name is Lisa Piri and I'm your host for the Campus Chronicles on the second episode. All right. Okay, so now we are going to introduce our guests. I'll let them introduce themselves. Well, I'm a lady and I believe in ladies first. So we're going to start with Miss Matilda. You can just introduce yourself and tell our lovely audience what you think. Oh, who you are, what you're about, what you like them to address you as, and just everything about yourself. Enlighten us, girl.
Thank you so much, Lisa. My name is Matildah Kapapa, as she has continuously mentioned. I'm a third year student pursuing my Bachelor of Arts in Economics with Statistics.
Okay, wow.
Thank you so much. There isn't much to say. My favorite hobby is baking, and if there's anyone who would, maybe like to learn baking or place an order, do feel free to reach out.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Now that you've mentioned, I actually want to learn how to bake.
Okay.
I've been looking for somebody to teach me,
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, would you like to share maybe like the prices and everything so that, in case somebody out there wants to come to you and purchase?
Sure thing. So the prices for the cakes start from 300 kwacha. Yeah, and the bento cakes with cupcakes as well. So yeah, if there's somebody who, I don't know if I should give out my line, maybe I can do that later.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. For now, that's all. I'll let you go. I'll come back to you. Kindly introduce yourself to the audience. Tell us about yourself, who you are, what you're about, and what name you'd like to be known by. Maybe you have a stage name or something like that. You know how it is. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lisa, for having me on the show. My name is Mwelwa and Matildah. I'm a second year student currently pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Development Studies. I'm also currently serving as the Unza as a publicity secretary. And I like playing soccer, but I love soccer, but I can't play soccer. I suck at soccer. I remember I was trying out for the inter-schools competition, I think, a few days ago, and I missed one-on-one with the keeper, and I was laughed at. So yeah, I do like playing soccer, and I wish I would play soccer, but I guess I'm not the soccer type. And yeah, I do have a stage name actually. I'm known as Monk Pajob.
Oh.
So most of the people that know me would just say, I know that's Monk Pajob.
I think I've seen that somewhere. I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really happy that you've heard that.
I've heard like, who's this person?
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly known as Monk Pajob. Most of people know me as Monk Pajob. A few people know my actual name, so it's Eric. But yeah.
Well, I'll be the different person to call you by actual name.
No, it's alright. I don't mind.
All right. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, that's good. I actually love soccer myself. I'm a Manchester City fan. The champions, the only champions.
That's what's up. I'm also a Man City fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. We're gonna be good friends.
Real.
All right then. Abuse affects the academic performance and mental health of students. So this time around, we're going to start with Mr. Monk Pajob himself, Eric in the house, because we started with our lady here. Gotta be equal. I'm also an advocate of gender equality. All right.
So I personally think substance abuse can affect the performance of a student when it comes to academics. Because when you're abusing substances, which means you won't have time for your books, there's memory loss and there's also mental stress. And believe me, being a student and you're having mental issues, you won't perform perfectly or you won't perform to your greatest capacity. So as a student, I feel substance abuse really affect most of our members because I've seen people do substance abuse at Unza, and it's sad that it's not like they're proud of it, and you will see people moving around with cigarettes in the night. But what happens after the cigarette is done, or after the liquor is done? Following day, they go to class, they have memory loss, their performance is bad. Most of them don't even attend classes, they just do substance the whole day. So it affects our students very badly academically.
That's a very incredible thing to say. That's very, very true. What of those people who say, okay, I work well when I'm under the influence of alcohol, of substances, of drugs. Okay, I need drugs to keep performing well. I need to be active. Some people have low self-esteem and maybe they depend on drugs and they feel like it's helping them. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah. First, I think I've had a few friends who've done drugs, and I think I've interacted with one of them, and I've asked them, why do you do this? Most of them say they really want to try, but it's hard. They say it's hard to stop because it's like you're used. So they have to start like very small, like seek counseling, and most, I think, just seek God, because once you've got God with you, I'm sure everything's going to work out, because you just can't go to counseling, see other people if you're not putting Christ in everything you do. So once you seek God and then you just, okay, I want to stop doing drugs. And I think it's also the mindset. When you set your mind and say, I don't want to do drugs anymore, you are going to stop drugs. But if you're setting your mind to do something and then you're doing other things, I don't think it's going to work out. So if you set your mind and say, I want to stop doing drugs, you will stop doing drugs. Set your mind, be goal oriented, pray, and seek counseling if possible.
How do you think substance abuse affects the academic performance and mental health of students?
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Okay.
Riding on the points that Eric is just from giving, I believe that substance abuse is also about abusing alcohol.
What advice would you tell that mother who's listening, that parent, that uncle, like what advice would you tell them to take, in order to help, to assist their relative?
Thank you. I believe a problem shared is a problem solved, and there are many people out there who are able to help. Church leaders, relatives that are mature, maybe a close uncle, a close auntie who can sit your child down and have a conversation with them. At times, reasons why people find themselves abusing drugs is also because of the type of environment they're found in. Probably they are not really receiving all the necessary attention from their parents.
Many years, but they literally don't know this about you. Like, they don't know the reason why you got into it in the first place. Because, like, that reason is also very important. Because, like, most people, sometimes it's out of wanting to have pleasure, fun, and all that. Some it's stress. Some people think if they drink alcohol, if they use drugs, they'll solve their problems. No. You're going to wake up feeling worse than you were feeling the other day.
Sure.
And your problems will be looking at you in the face. And you'll be more broke. Because alcohol ain't free. Those drugs ain't free. You're spending money. Okay? So, yeah, what you've said is very, very important. Parents, guardians, if you're listening, please talk to your children. Sit them down. Iwe, what's going on? What's going on in your life? How are you doing? How is school? How is the environment? How are you adapting? How is the semester going? Do you need help? Do you need tuitions and all that? Because it's not easy. It's not.
I've had so many constructive interactions with Mwelwa, and one thing I can say is he's just a different type of person, very brainy, very proactive, and I feel he's one person who you rarely find drinking and abusing drugs, because he's always busy and he always has so many things on his plate, so many productive things on his plate. So I feel that's one thing for me that would be very, very vital. Also, therapy is very important, because we need to an addiction is not something that is very easy to fight. The different addictions that people are fighting with on campus, it's not just drug abuse and alcohol abuse. It can also be masturbation, different things.
True.
And so in fighting these addictions, I believe that the first thing is owning up to the fact that you have this problem in your life and seeking help. So, creating a program that helps youths get help, get therapy, is something that I would really, really advocate for.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is incredible. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Like having curriculum activities that are keeping you busy, the power to implement measures to reduce substance abuse on campus here at Unza. What steps would you take?
First and foremost, I would reduce the availability of drugs on campus. There are people that sell drugs and liquor in their rooms, so which means for security purposes, I think the school is failing, because there's no way you can be allowing students start selling drugs and on campus. That's increasing the availability, because even young people now, even people that don't take drugs, they can see that there are drugs that I can take. So I think there has to be reduction of drugs on campus, and like she said, awareness. I've seen small Christian church groups on campus. I think these guys can do a really great job by helping us moving. Maybe if it's room to room, you just go tell the people about drugs and all that. Just educate the people, the public, about drugs. These small churches, the small campus groups, the Christian groups, I think they can also play a part in doing that. And then the next thing I would do is, I won't say people don't have things to do, because I'm at Unza. I mean, every day is a busy day for you. If possible, just bring in people that can help. Proper counseling sessions. For someone to come for therapy too, you have to give them an environment where they're able to open up an environment, a space where I can interact with you and tell you, okay, this is what's going on. But it's different. People now engage Unza Brown and Unza Security, and these guys have got violence. Each time they go to a room, they want to attack. I don't know if it's attack or they try to cause that confusion. They want to be feared. They don't offer that support for the students to open up and say, no, this is the reason I'm doing drugs. Because trust me, it's not everyone that does drugs just out of fun. People that are going through a lot.
Yes.
So at least if you provide that environment for them to open up and say, no, the reason I'm doing drugs is this. I think that's a first step to help and reduce the drug abuse on campus.
Even businesses and all that. I have business in my... I will start marketing myself. But yeah, you get my point, right? You can venture into business. There's so many things to do. There's so many things to keep you busy, rather than abusing substances only, because you don't really have the money. That's why people start stealing. This is why people start stealing here on campus, because you want to take those drugs, to do those substances and all that. Anyway, thank you very much for both incredible insights. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. So my last question to you people is that, okay, it's not really a question, but more like, if you would give advice, to anybody listening out there, it can be literally on anything, on life, any advice that you can just give, or encouragement to our beautiful listeners listening. Yeah, whatever you've observed or in life and all that, it's more like a takeaway, you get? Yeah, so we'll start with yourself. I'll start with my beautiful lady here, Miss Matilda.
Thank you. One thing I would just love to say is, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And as we grow older, it is important for us to ask ourselves what description we would like people to have of us. Are you going to be rooted in the things of God, and are you going to ensure that you do not live a casual life? So if you are going to be rooted in the things of God, the Bible doesn't sugarcoat anything. It talks about alcohol, it talks about laziness and so many things.
Be open-minded and just be nice to people. You never know who you meet, like you said. You never know who keeps the friend tomorrow. So I think those are my advice to people.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these have been my incredible guests for the second episode of Campus Chronicles. I'm going to call out their names once more. Miss Matildah Kapapa, Mr. Eric Mwelwa, famously known as Monk Pajob. You see him here, Monk Pajob. It's this guy right here. All right. Thank you for tuning in and being part of our fruitful and fun discussion. Catch us next week, same time, as we discussed our first experience here at Unza. This has been Campus Chronicles, and I'm your host, Lisa Puri. Okay. Bye.